Okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah, Senator Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm here to interview our, to introduce Deputy Kitty Smith, who is an attorney in private practice in Northern Virginia. Has worked for Legal Services of Northern Virginia for quite some time. She's a resident of Fairfax County. She is a constituent of mine, at least for the next 6 months. And she is the nominee of the Fairfax County delegation. We have a very laborious process, which she survived. And we're very proud to nominate her, and I'm not going to trespass too much on your time, but rather just introduce her, and I hope you all will treat her kindly.
Welcome, and please state your name, because some of us are not very good at understanding names.
Thank you. Deep Pitty Kitty Smith.
Okay.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here with you all.
And tell us your background.
I was born in India, raised in India, Nigeria. I came to the U.S. I grew up outside of Philadelphia and settled here in Northern Virginia in Fairfax County. I've been, my whole legal career has been with Legal Services of Northern Virginia. And about a year ago, I started serving as a substitute judge in Fairfax.
And how long have you been practicing law?
I think about 15 years.
Okay, and why would you want to be a judge?
You know, most of my legal career has been dedicated to service, and serving as a judge is another opportunity to continue my service. At Legal Services of Northern Virginia, we represented low-income, elderly, and disabled individuals, oftentimes helping those who were facing a crisis, such as eviction or escaping an abusive relationship. And I really, during that time, was able to work with the community residents, the legal community, local government staff and officials to talk about the underlying problems that our clients are facing. And, you know, since, as I mentioned, a year ago, I started serving as a substitute judge, and it really highlighted the importance of listening, being respectful, and being impartial and fair to get to the merits of a case in a proceeding. I also have had great experience and pleasure working with the General District Court judges and the court staff, and I'm very fortunate that a number of retired judges have been mentoring me as well, and I really hope to continue working with them and serving our community.
Where in India were you born, and how long did you live there before you came to this country?
I was born in Elur. The state is Andhra Pradesh, so I lived there sort of bouncing back and forth. I lived there for 3 years. We lived in Nigeria for 3 years. Then I lived there for 3 more years, and then I came to the U.S.
Whereabouts in India is the location where you lived when you were born?
It's in southern India.
Okay, thank you. And you've been recommended by the Bar Association, I understand, from Fairfax County.
Yes, sir.
It's quite an honor. There are only about a million attorneys there, as I understand, but 1.4 million people who live in Fairfax County. Yeah, so that's quite an honor. Anybody else have any questions? Senator Dietz?
Mr. Chair?
Yeah. Senator Boyce, go.
Yes. Ms. Pitty Smith, would you tell us about your efforts to make the people who are coming before you more inclusive around language differences in the court?
Yeah, no, thank you. You know, in my everyday job, we see language access as a barrier, just where people are not able to understand forms and directions. And oftentimes that is a barrier for people just stating their position so that a judge can make a decision on the merits. One of my first trials, there was just some confusion between the witness and the interpreter about how the testimony was being translated. And it really, again, highlighted how you may presume that testimony being provided is accurate, but there may be some differences. So in looking at that, when I transitioned sitting on the traffic docket, I noticed that the judges were giving a colloquy, just introducing everybody to the courtroom proceedings. And in a number of courtrooms, there were a number of litigants that spoke Spanish. So with the assistance of a court interpreter, I took the announcement and translated it into Spanish so that litigants, when they arrive, they can hear an English version of the introduction and a Spanish version of the introduction. And it, explained to them what will happen in the courtroom that day, that they have a right to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest, and just provided basic procedural information for the hearing.
Mr. Chair, I just want to say,
Senator Borsco.
it's so important that she's done this and really is a leader in making this happen. We have a very diverse community in Fairfax County, and I just want to say how impressed I was with her interview and what a great job I think she's going to do as a judge.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Your boss, is he here? Would you like to say a word? Legal services? Yeah.
Feel free to say no, Jack.
Just real quickly, I've worked with Dipti the entire time she's been at LSNV, and she, just like you, Senator Boysko said, that's the kind of thing she comes up with all the time, those initiatives. She's just been one of the best legal aid attorneys I've ever worked with, and she'd be a great judge.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions? Or Senator Peterson?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Good luck to you. I think you can make a great judge, too.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay.
Thank you.
you. Anything else could come for the body? We're adjourned.
Okay.